Countdown. Hey, sometimes I have to share stories with a comical edge, even from the most odious people around. And, who's more odious in the U.S. Senate than someone like Ted Cruz? I mean, who's basically his political career, when discussing who was his inspiration, he claimed it was Jesse Helms. And being from North Carolina, Jesse Helms was a national shame being a North Carolinian. I may be generous to say that maybe Ted Cruz might be Jesse Helms with less racism, perhaps. Maybe a little bit less racism. Um, would Jesse Helms have supported Ted Cruz in 2016 over Donald Trump? Don't know. Because Jesse Helms might not like the fact that Ted Cruz is, Hispanic. And how in the world I made my Jesse Helms impression somehow look like Mitch McConnell is totally amazing. Well, I want to discuss. Well, let's discuss this. Ted Cruz. he. Who else thinks that Big Bird would make a better senator than Ted Cruz? I was not even a fan of Sesame Street growing up. Believe it or not, I was a strange child growing up. But you know what? I have more respect for Big Bird, who's stupid, than Ted Cruz, who's stupid and dangerous. To claim that just because Big Bird got vaccinated, that that's some kind of propaganda thing. No, it wasn't. I am not. I am not one of those folks that favor jabbing people in the arm against their will. I am pretty damn moderate when it comes to wearing a mask. I wear a mask when I think I need to wear a mask, or I will wear a mask where somebody will ask me to wear a mask inside. But since one of the few good things about living in a red area like Johnston County is that they're pretty lax about things like the mask mandate and things like that. But I'll wear a mask if I walk into a place where I think there's a need for one. But getting back to Ted Cruz, and his pearl clutching against Big Bird. And speaking of Jesse Helms claimed that Bert and Ernie were promoting homosexuality back in the 1980s and 1990s. So I guess par for the course that Ted Cruz, who was inspired by Jesse Helms, would go and pull a character from Sesame Street to try to demonize in our culture war. And it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And I could just see a lot of people, a lot of the more shit-lived types getting very outraged over Ted Cruz being outraged by Big Bird. There's a lot more you can laugh at Ted Cruz for demonizing Big Bird, but Ted Cruz, he actually wants to jail people for engaging in BDS against Israel. That's what you need to be concerned about, not Ted Cruz's campaign against Big Bird. You can make fun of him for that. But there are things about Ted Cruz that's very dangerous. He supports every neocon war you can imagine. That's who you can demonize Ted Cruz for. And if Donald Trump doesn't run in 2024, he will probably be one of the top contenders. And he's probably not going to run if Donald Trump decides to run. And and the thing about it is that Ted Cruz on policies is worse than Donald Trump, because with Donald Trump, you at least you get a little bit of entertainment. He manages to make you laugh at him. Just but Ted Cruz is what is ugly about the Republican Party. In some fundamental ways, even more than Ted Cruz. Excuse me, Donald Trump. If if Donald Trump didn't exist, a lot of that base would probably be behind Ted Cruz. So I want each and every one of you to think about that, for a moment. But this whole thing about Big Bird, I mean, it is. I'm just like, this is. We should take these people seriously when they stop talking about shit like this. There are actual things to take them seriously on, but this is not one of them. Anyway, I just decided to go and talk about Ted Cruz for a moment. And I want to give a shout out to Radical Leftist Agenda. It's always great seeing you up here on the chat lines. And I missed your program earlier. I was out at dinner. I'm off this evening. I was out to dinner tonight and all that. And I came back home and I was like, oh, she already did her Twitch stream. Damn. So, anyway, that's all right. There'll probably be another day for that. But suffice to say, oh yeah, I saw that. I saw Jackson streaming on Kyle and Shank and Rokana and what's going on there and everything. So, as I said, it's an interesting. I thought it was kind of interesting myself. So, anyhow. Well, I mean, yeah, there will be another day. I'll watch the live stream on your show. Hopefully tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, I want each and every one of you to know that if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree with what I have to say, comment anyway. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we're the muckrakers of our time. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. I am Willie Bragg, and you're watching American Social Democracy. And I'm going to continue to talk for a few minutes before I do some closing music here. Let's see. Well, that's okay. That's not a problem. We're all busy in our day-to-day lives. Is all good. It really is. So, I mean, that was interesting. I guess that's that video that you downloaded it on YouTube today was invalid arg. Would I be correct? I subscribed to his channel, by the way. So he's got a latest subscriber now, and and there was a interesting debate going on between him and the Canadian. So anyway, let me just play a little bit of music. I have to be careful what kind of music I play because copyright and that sort of thing. Give me a second here. It's free music used by permission, and I always think it adds a little pizzazz to my program. I always try to do something different each week. Da-da-da. And I got to avoid that little echo thing in there. There we go. Hope you like this Radical Leftist Agenda. I do. Hi, Josh. How are you? Propaganda alive. How are you? I'm just grooving to the music. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I like to add a little bit of music to liven things up a little. So the name of the performer was ROLVND, and he has a series of instrumentals on his channel, and it sounds, let's see. Yeah, and it sounds, it's kind of a throwback to like some of the more dark wave, new wave, post punk music of the 1980s. I'm a Generation X person at heart, so being 52, it comes with with the territory, and so it's what I grew up on, and like the fact that that kind of music is still being performed today. And when I'm not doing the serious politics, I am a major musical buff. So I listen to a lot of music. So it's a good thing to do. Um, Anybody else has anything that they want to talk about? Anything on their minds? I I'm okay by having a conversation. And if that's it, unless anybody else has anything to talk about, I'll be signing off shortly. But and I'll come back for another commentary another day. Um, I am experimenting with having no lights on to see how it looks in here. I am in these. I just basically turn my spare bedroom into a de facto studio, and that's what I do, and I'm going to get some studio ring lights and things like that to kind of improve the background and everything, because I have an image to maintain, and I have my fan base that I have to please. I'm so silly. Everyone, have a great evening, and I will see you all next time.